This is the Harley Benton HB-60 WB, and it's a vintage style semi-hollow body bass that's super fun, sounds really good, and it's also only under 300 bucks. So this video is definitely a long time coming. I've had this bass for probably over a year or so, maybe even possibly 2 years by now. And over that time, people have seen it in the background, have seen it in my bass collection videos and whatnot, and have seen me use it in various pedal demos, but not a video specifically over this bass yet. And people have been wanting to see this bass, and here it finally is. I'm very sorry for the delayed release of it, but here we go. So this is the HB-60 WB, and it's a super fun semi-hollow bass that is just a blast to play. I think that's one of the main things about it is it's just a super fun bass, and it sounds pretty dang good too, in my opinion. And one of the things about this bass that I really love is that it's a medium scale. It has a 30.5-inch scale length, so it's right at the cusp of being a short scale and being a medium scale, but it is technically a medium scale. And y'all, it is just a blast to play. I already love playing medium scale basses and short scale basses just because of how fun it is to run up and down the fretboard. But this one is just something completely different. So before we really get into the details of this bass, and for the sake of transparency, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by Harley Benton, but that has no bearing on my opinions, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, what's going on in this video at all. So yeah, let's just dig right in. So going right in, this bass is a looker to say the least. I absolutely love the styling, the vintage classic feel of this bass. It's an archtop maple body that has a beautiful walnut brown finish, and it just looks so classy in my opinion. You have your cream binding on both the front and back of the bass, as well as with the F-holes too. Starting with your electronics, it's super simple and straightforward. You have a 3-way toggle switch, a volume for your neck pickup, volume for your bridge pickup, and an overall tone. Pretty simple. And those go into the two vintage humbucker pickups. Now on Harley Benton's site, they're just called vintage humbuckers. I don't know what that means exactly, but they do sound really warm, very full too, especially the neck pickup. I love having this bass on both pickups together and the neck pickup mainly, just because the neck has that very classic, very just warm, thick sound to it, especially when you want to have it in sort of like an old Ampeg B15 setting. So going to the bridge, this is something that's really new to me because I'm not really used to semi-hollow basses a lot. This bridge is an open call bridge that feels really cool, and it's very different. It's not actually attached to the body itself, which I thought was really weird, but I guess it's just the classic way that these were put together. It's really the strings that add the tension to it and keep it on the body. But if you want to adjust it, that means you have to loosen the strings, take them off, and then go ahead and adjust from there. And because there's only the two adjustment points, you can't get individual strings that different action to, which kind of sucks in my opinion, but it still looks really cool. Moving up, you have a set 22 fret bound maple neck with an amaranth fretboard and thumb inlays. Now this neck has a C profile and it feels really good. A nice width to it that's not too chunky or anything, and because again it's a medium scale bass, it's easy to just fly up and down that fretboard. Now the inlays, I don't know exactly why they're called thumb inlays or why they decided to name them that. They look really cool in my opinion. They remind me of the Jackson style inlays, but opposite and more of a curve to them. So they do look a little classier in my opinion. And they look cool. I just don't know why they're called thumb inlays. I don't know. The amaranth fretboard has a really nice feel to it and has a really nice dark color to it as well. The neck just overall just feels fantastic to me. And then finally moving up to the headstock, I absolutely love the shape of it. It just looks very mean, very classic. I love how just strong it looks. And then for the tuners, they're just chrome tuners. They're okay. They do the job, but it's one of those things where definitely in between songs or in between takes, you need to tune that up every single time, no matter what. I would definitely replace these if you buy this bass. They're not terrible by any means, but they just, they could be better. So overall for the Harley Benton HB-60 WB, this bass is just an absolute blast. I've had such a great time playing this bass. It's very loud on its own too, so don't get an acoustic bass, just get this. It looks better, feels better, and is probably just as loud too, to say the least. And right now it's only $246 on their website, which is just a grand deal to me. I absolutely love, again, the neck pickup and how full it feels and just how warm it is too. But of course, let me know what you guys think about the HB-60 WB and what other semi-hollow basses should I really look into. Thank y'all so much for watching, as always, for watching, subscribing, commenting, sharing, liking my stuff on Instagram and Twitter and all that crazy stuff. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it, y'all. And a humongous thank you to my Patreon supporters over here. Look at them. Mwah, mwah. If you want to be like one of these gorgeous people right here and be included in the things like early access to videos, giveaways, and more, then go ahead and think about going onto my Patreon page. But y'all, again, thank you so much for watching as always and for subscribing and all that crazy stuff. And of course, no matter where in the world you are, stay safe, practice that bass, and I'll see y'all next time.